last thing. You may have heard some of this before, but some of it's new. And they're politely give me a little box to stand on. Not quite a soapbox, but it's mildly elevates me to the status of someone who demands slightly more attention. Yeah. Anyway, hello. I, Benjamin S. Beauchamp, being of unsound body and mind, declare that in this performance I shall spout nonsense before an audience. If only I had something to say. This is not my will, nor should any of my testimony be considered binding. In this non-compos mentis state, I shall place words in an order unbefitting of decent language. I invoke meaning to be lost in the failing translation of thought into a form that can be communicated. And in this miscommunication, new meaning shall be found, whereupon my intent shall become irrelevant. The first one is called predictable. Predictive text filling in all meaning, making syntax insincere, sentiment in the sentence seems senseless, the rate of writing relentless. The recent and permanent structures of autocompleted diction divulge from the dozing delirium of distracted, retracted mental faculties. Spell check, cached and organized. No hesitation or deviation, no rhythm, only repetition. Words rolling off the distressed mental press at a superhuman rate, racing to the full stop when characters elapse, run out. No ink drops on the corner of the page, only fingerprints on the touch screen smudged into a greasy smog, while the words below dissolve to a slippery haze of refined ambiguity. Speaking without saying anything, contentless, contactless, consentless convalescence from comprehensive comprehension. Relax and relax. All has been taken care of. Be still, slip into the ecstasy of sleeping solemnity. Apathetic apoplexy, heavenly originating. I'm going to cover these, so you're not going to get off easily. Upstart stone mark. My car sick regrets, grave raw thought hurts, track fickle con indigestion, have true hope right. Pain trail, skin dry aerials, ray diode sin and doubt obtuse. Now in sight, free oft alarm pack, back passenger see it, ride in shotgun, ride in play race, stone mark stolen head heaving button remedy of my breakfast via hiccups review, admiring rev upstart, away would be gone. See what I mean by nonsense? I want to be euphemistic. It's called Morning Gory. Ben wake curl supper. Herod's fake spoke, random leaving ramp the tales. Float somewhere heard, pasted yes turn day. Its name has breakfall. Some holding get some new store, his flickering eyes, face sits screening bland clean. Borrowed out he's minding his own busy mess. Core trump history and past sinking thought turn incompleted a tiny doubt. Dizzy hereby in perfect Sunday of respite. What if razor hell please cauterize sand or hollow? For cooked riff like an underscant. Ben Welch youth could suit his morning gory, could himself open. I don't know why I made these all tongue twisters, presumably to torture myself. Mercifully, this is not in quite the same vein, but in a similar helplessly introspective nature that comes with being that kind of person that stands in a box with a polo neck reading his phone. This is called Tin Ear. Nothing heard but a single bell, struck once but ringing out evermore. Following its endless resonance, reverberating in perpetuity, its chime dissonant yet constant, as cracked brass struck by stern hammer, falling through the rafters relentlessly, coloring silence, ever far from pitch, staining every sound as bitumen, tarring inner ear with its dull hue. Calamitous cacophony as mobile sine waves oscillating in tuneless, tinny rhapsody, that solitary note with its subtle disharmony, how unlike a symphony, how far from a choir, ever that timeless tone, trickling its sharp, pointless note, and the sound of daybreak, that song of wakeful rest. Evidently, I have tinnitus, and it really annoys me. This text, offend in Arctic call me fancy that, appear in a man till imagine, creeping up my spine, not think. We here does my pencil lead you, caught in my high brow turned down. Fun he how her skate forums pass, fain swifter than blinding, light sing-song gone. Still her wet scent steals breath across all this space. And a short one here, which was actually written about someone here, who I said to them was moderately intoxicated. Downcast, disparate, sometimes the eyelids seem like lead, heavy, weighed on cheekbones and a strain, all collapsing singularities, some hazy view half out the focus, focal lens brings forth the foreground, bracken and broken imagery, out of phase photographs, misremembering a miasmic moment. There's a few more of these. I will conclude after 2 more, maybe 3, see how I feel. This isn't exactly a poem, this was just more of a, when you see something on Facebook and you decide to rant, but when you see something on Facebook and you decide to rant and you're the kind of person that writes nonsense, sometimes it can adopt a form that is vaguely to be considered poetic. This is arguably of that category, but also arguably not. Part-time. Yeah, it's such a great time to work part-time. Can't afford anything, can't claim anything, can't get the work, can't cope, can't hang with no rope to hold to. All supports are cut, and what have we got to complain about? We've never had it so good to be alive, thriving, surviving in the downward spiral, onwards and upwards of what have we got to loose ends don't tend to make a safety networking when we work. It's out there if you get on that bye-bye bicycle until those legs are sorted in handing out CDs like bad advice, thrown as rice to disappointed carrion crows and a harpy colony nesting in rooftops. All the warmth in winter rising to the rafters, guano where we go. Concreted matter of facts, facts, facts. What bliss is this piss-stained glass tower over headache? Painkillers for breakfast. Dinner is self-serve, vices are left overcharged, tossed in guttural cry into yellow pillow. The laundrette, regret. It's be washed or be fed, so greatly unwanted is this stench of decay, day to day. But the uniform is clean, so notice need not be given. Precariat paycheck, the bank balance. It's part-time to pay the rent. Ye tenants stay put up for another month at least. And in that spirit of ranting about things that annoy me, another one will follow. This is slightly more intentionally written, to put it that way. So solipsistic and simplistic, it's suggestive of something satirical, of a narrative that's narrow-minded and divided. Oh, all thoughts void and employed to a finer trade of hot air, pressed and compressed in the billows of bloated blowhards, pushed down like pillows, softly mothering a nursery of numb navel gazers, knocking narrow knees in rapturous and riotous applause. Give pause for thought in distracted delirium, spluttering in diphtheria daydreams, coughing up second-hand solutions. All cause for calamity collapsing, ruptural renal failure, can't control the carcinogenic generation. The other are all malignant malcontents. They come here to undercut us, to steal and spoil what's already been stolen from us. Oh, those terrible types that trample our ambitions for antagonism amongst our own. Let us our crusts, let us our leftovers, let us beg for all we have burdened, but can't let a crumb go to them. Them be the harbingers of our demise, them be the downfall of man, casting us out. Let paradise be partisan, dividers, conquerors, ply the bread with sawdust, the foundations with rust, the beef with horse, and laugh at us. Please, let us be the butt of your jokes! Jostle us, kick us when we're down, and let us kiss your boots. The other will try to trick us. They come here to deceive us, to steal and spoil that which we surrendered. Oh, cast all others aside, and divine guide divide us. Let my brother die, so I may lie in your arms, calm, disarmed, unharmed, content in your cruel ruling embrace, praising victory in the first place in the final race. Let delicate hates be the gate through which we pass, longing for your euphoria no more, abhorred whore and spoil of war. Oh, something a little bit calmer now. Sure enough said, the title is, so brackets, Ferality Television. Your biggest sycophant's frantic king lay her down to rest and recuperate it by that of temptation. Furious indignation, statements of factory labour under false pretensions escalate to the part-time ways all men tally the scores once more on. Ridiculous, simple, stupid arrow round your merry ignorance of the crowdy sort of all out and about, of wit nestling backbird song. Forgive me your arm or sword in handiwork, something outmanned. Woe is meandering, falling fast till morning fall, magnificent of something foul, head spinning doctor, a receipt on the table of motion, of no confidence in the head lightning storm, Ferality television of a great-grandfather clock, that all 6 foot is misplaced, no stumbling but getting upset at no old tat, rambling across strewn highland, and position yourself where you can see. Sure enough. Thank you.